Be me, Alex, 34, senior network engineer and home automation obsessor. Make good money, but my passion is the ecosystem I built in our suburban fortress. Wife is Jessica, 31, works in PR for a lifestyle brand. We've been married 5 years. House looks normal from the outside, but inside it's a technological marvel. Running a commercial-grade unified network home assistant on a dedicated new C, 40-plus Zigbee sensors, automated blinds, smart locks, localized voice control. Everything is scripted. Lights fade up slowly with the circadian rhythm. Coffee machine preheats based on our sleep sensors. Humidity is micromanaged in every room. Network-wide ad blocking via Pi-hole. We haven't seen a YouTube ad or a pop-up in 4 years. Jessica loves the convenience but doesn't understand the infrastructure. She thinks it's just magic. She walks into a room, it lights up to the perfect temperature. She leaves, it shuts down. She wants to watch a movie, one button dims the lights, lowers the blinds, cues the Plex server, sets the surround sound. Effortless. Until last month. Jessica has a new friend group from her yoga studio. Very Earth Mother, digital detox, return to roots types. Leader of the pack is Chloe. Chloe is 28, unemployed but manifesting abundance, constantly posting about toxins and EMF radiation. Irony of posting about digital detox on an iPhone 15 Pro Max is lost on her. They come over for a mindfulness evening on a Tuesday. I'm in the basement server room, my sanctuary, tinkering with a new VLAN script. Decide to come up and grab a sparkling water, walk into the kitchen. Chloe is waving a weird crystal over my smart fridge. The energy in here is so chaotic, she says, wrinkling her nose. It's the Wi-Fi. Another friend, Tara, chimes in. It scrambles her alpha waves. Jessica is nodding along, sipping organic kombucha. I know, Jessica says. Alex is obsessed. There are sensors everywhere. It feels like living in a laboratory sometimes. Excuse me, what? I pause by the island. Hey, I say. Those sensors keep the heating bill down and make sure the doors lock automatically when you forget. Chloe looks at me with pity. But at what cost to your soul connection, she asks. We don't need machines to live, Chloe continues. Our ancestors didn't need algorithms to know when to sleep or wake up. It's unnatural. Jessica looks at her friends, then at me, desperate for their approval. You're right, Jessica sighs. Honestly, I hate it. I wish we could just live simply. No apps, no voice commands. Just real life. Alex just does all this to show off. It's a control thing. Felt like a punch to the gut. I spent 3 weekends coding the irrigation system so her hydrangeas wouldn't die while we were in Cabo. I set up the custom media server so she could watch her obscure reality shows that aren't on streaming anymore. A control thing? I ask, voice flat. Yeah, Jessica says, emboldened by the nodding heads of the coven. I don't need any of it. I'd be happier if we just flipped switches like normal people. We don't need your ecosystem. We need simplicity. Chloe beams. See, she's waking up. I look at Jessica. You sure about that? You want a dumb house? Yes, she says, rolling her eyes. I'm capable of turning on a light switch, Alex. I'm not an invalid. Stop treating me like one with all these gadgets. Okay, I say. Okay, she asks. Okay, simplicity. Got it. I grab my water and walk back to the basement. Didn't yell, didn't argue. Just sat down at my terminal. If she wants the 90s, she can have the 90s. I open the dashboard. Step 1, disable the Home Assistant core. Step 2, shut down the Plex server. Step 3, build past the Pi-hole DNS. Route everything directly to the ISP default. Step 4, to activate the smart lock, auto-engage, and proximity unlock. Step 5, kill the automated thermostat schedules. Set to manual hold. Step 6, disable the mesh Wi-Fi nodes in the bedroom backyard. Leave only the basement router active. Signal barely reaches the kitchen. Step 7, unlink the Sonos system. Step 8, turn off the robot vacuums. The house hums. Fans spin down. The little status LEDs in the hallway turn off. Silence. I put on my noise-canceling headphones and play video games for 3 hours. Go to bed around midnight. Jessica's already asleep. The bedroom is stuffy. Usually, the vents adjust automatically based on CO2 levels and temp. Not tonight. Woke up the next morning to the sound of aggressive groaning. 6:30 a.m. Jessica's in the kitchen. Why is it freezing in here? She yells. Thermostat is set to the default 68, but without the remote sensors balancing the load, the downstairs is an icebox and the upstairs is a sauna. You wanted manual control, I say, pouring cold brew from a pitcher I keep in the garage fridge. Go adjust the dial on the wall. She glares at me, wraps her robe tighter, and stomps to the hallway thermostat. Jabs the button a bunch of times. Why isn't the coffee made? She asks. Smart plug is disabled. You have to press the button on the machine and put water in it. Ugh, fine. She fills the carafe, spills some water on the counter, presses the button. Stands there waiting. This takes forever, she mutters. First world problems. I say, reading a book. A physical book. She gets her coffee, sits down at the island, pulls out her iPad, taps the screen. Frowns, taps again. The internet is broken. No, it's just weak. The mesh points are off. Digital detox, remember? Less radiation. I can't load Instagram, she whines. Try standing closer to the basement door. She huffs, picks up her coffee and iPad and walks to the hallway. Leans against the basement door frame. Okay, it's loading now. Wait, why are there so many ads? What do you mean? There's a video playing before my video, and banners everywhere. It's clutter. That's the internet, Jess. You've been living behind an enterprise-grade ad blocker for 4 years. Well, turn it back on. It's annoying. Can't. That requires the server. The server is part of the ecosystem. You said you didn't need the ecosystem. She narrows her eyes. You're being petty? I'm respecting your boundaries. You want simplicity. Dealing with ads is a very common, simple experience. She storms off to get dressed. Calls me from the driveway 10 minutes later. The garage door won't open. Did you push the button? I'm in the car? Usually it just opens when I pull up. That was geofencing via the automation hub. You have to use the clicker clipped to the visor. I haven't used that clicker in 3 years, Alex. The battery is probably dead. Sounds like a manual maintenance issue. Simplicity requires effort. I hate you, she screams and hangs up. I see her get out of the car on the security camera. Wait, no. I disabled the remote feed. I look out the window. She's manually lifting the garage door because she can't find the clicker. She breaks a nail. I can see the scream, even if I can't hear it. Day 3. The house is gross. Usually, the Roombas run at 10 a.m. when we're working, or she's at yoga. We have a golden retriever named Buster. Buster sheds. Without the daily vacuum run, tumbleweeds of dog hair forming in the corners. Jessica comes home from work. Why is the floor crunchy? Haven't vacuumed. Why didn't you vacuumed? I'm the systems administrator. The vacuums are robots. Robots are tech. You want human labor. I work 9 to 5. I'll vacuum on Saturday. We can't live in filth until Saturday. Grab the Dyson then. It's in the closet. She glares at me, grabs the manual stick vacuum, pushes it around for 4 minutes. This is heavy, and the battery died. Yeah. You have to dock it properly, or it doesn't charge. She throws the vacuum on the sofa. I'm going to watch TV. She sits down, grabs the remote, presses power. TV turns on. Why is it just static? Input 1 is the cable box. Input 2 is the PlayStation. We don't have cable. We used Plex and the smart TV apps. So put on Netflix. Use the TV interface. It's slow because the processor in the TV is garbage, but it works. She struggles with the arrow keys on the remote for 5 minutes, typing her password letter by letter using the on-screen keyboard. This is agonizing, she moans. It's authentic, I say from the kitchen, chopping vegetables. Usually I just say play Bridgerton. Voice commands are creepy, remember? Listening devices. She finally gets Netflix working. Buffering circle spins? Alex, Wi-Fi is weak in the living room. Too much interference from the neighbors? Fix it. To fix it, I need to enable the mesh nodes. That increases EMF. Chloe said that scrambles your alpha waves. I don't care about Chloe's alpha waves right now. I want to watch my show. Sorry, I can't in good conscience expose you to that radiation. I'm protecting you. She screams into a pillow. Day 5. The electric bill projection arrives in my email. I usually auto-adjust the HVAC to avoid peak hours pricing. Without the script, the AC has been running during the 4 p.m. to 7 p.m. surge pricing window because Jessica keeps cranking it down when she gets home. I print the projection. Leave it on the counter. She finds it. Why is the bill projected to be $400 this month? It's usually $150. Energy management system is offline. We're paying peak rates. We'll turn it back on. That's a complex algorithm, Jess. Not simple at all. Very controlling. She looks tired. Dark circles under her eyes. She's been waking up groggy because the blackout blinds don't rise with the sun anymore, so she oversleeps or wakes up to a jarring alarm clock on her phone. The weekend. Jessica has invited the girls over again. Chloe, Tara, and some new one named Sage. They are planning a manifestation board party. Need to print photos, play mood music, and blend smoothies. I decide to go to the driving range. Have fun. I say, don't forget the ice maker is manual now. You have to fill the trays. I leave. Come back 4 hours later. House is silent. Lights are off in the hallway, no motion sensors. Walk into the kitchen. It's a disaster zone. Blender is covered in green sludge. Paper jam in the wireless printer, which barely works without the print server driver I wrote. Chloe looks furious. Jessica looks like she's been crying. What happened? I asked, putting my golf clubs down. The music wouldn't play. Chloe snaps. We tried to connect to the speaker, but it wouldn't pair. Sonos is on a separate VLAN. I disabled the bridge. You have to use a Bluetooth speaker. We didn't have one, and the printer, Jessica says, voice trembling. We tried to print our vision board pics. It printed one line of gibberish on 50 pages and then jammed. Driver conflict, I nod. And then we tried to make smoothies, Tara says. But the power went out in the kitchen. I look at the outlet. You plug the Vitamix, the electric kettle, and the space heater into the same circuit. Usually, the system load balances or warns you. You trip the breaker. We've been sitting in the dark for an hour, Jessica whispers. We didn't know where the breaker box was. It's in the basement, behind the server rack. Chloe stands up. This house has bad energy. It rejects our intentions. Come on, Jess. Let's go to my place. We can use magazines and scissors. Jessica looks at me. Looks at the dark kitchen. Looks at her phone, which has 1 bar of signal. No, Jessica says. What? Chloe asks. No, I'm not going. I'm tired. I have a headache. And I want to watch TV without buffering. But Jess, the toxins, get out, Chloe, Jessica says. Just go. The friends leave in a huff. Silence returns. Jessica sits on a bar stool, puts her head in her hands. I locked myself out of the house when I went to get the mail earlier, she says, muffled by her hands. I stood in the rain for 10 minutes before I found the spare key under the rock. I forgot we even had a key. That sounds very traditional, I say. She looks up, eyes red. I hate it. I hate the simple life. I hate manual switches. I hate ads. I hate the cold floors. I hate that the water takes 5 minutes to get hot. But you're independent now, I say. No control freak husband running algorithms. I don't want to be independent, she says. I want the magic house back. I want to walk in and have the lights know I'm there. I want the coffee ready. I want the internet to be fast. You said it was just me showing off. I was wrong, okay? I was wrong. It's not showing off. It's infrastructure, and I took it for granted. And Chloe? Chloe is an idiot who lives in her parents' pool house and doesn't pay utilities. I don't want to be like Chloe. I lean against the counter. Restoring the system is a lot of work. Reprovisioning the nodes, syncing the databases. I'll do anything, she begs. I'll watch your sci-fi movies. I'll stop complaining about the server fan noise. Just fix it. And the control thing comment. I take it back. It's not control. It's care. You take care of everything. I nod. Fine. I pull out my phone. Open the admin app, which I never actually uninstalled, just disconnected. Tap execute, restore_normalcy.she. Tap enable all automations. Somewhere in the basement, fans spin up. A low hum returns to the house. The kitchen lights suddenly shift from stark white to a warm, inviting amber. The Sonos chime sounds. The thermostat clicks on, pushing warm air. The Wi-Fi icon on her iPad goes to full bars. The TV in the living room turns on and auto-launches Plex. Jessica looks around, eyes wide. You could have done that from your phone the whole time? Yes. You let me suffer for a week. You wanted a digital detox. I facilitated it. She walks over and hugs me, buries her face in my chest. Never turn it off again. I don't know. I tease. Maybe we should try churning our own butter next. She punches my arm. Fix the printer. I need to print a return label for these crystals Chloe made me buy. Already online. Fast forward 2 weeks. I come home from work. Jessica's on the couch drinking wine, watching a 4K stream of some reality show. Lights are perfect. Blinds are down. Hey, she says without looking away, the hallway motion sensor was a little laggy today. Can you adjust the sensitivity? I smile. On it. Never felt more appreciated in my life.